Hi, it's Maureen Dwight, and I'm here to give you some more advice on how to not get injured during garden season. So I've just been to the garden center. I'm getting ready to pot my plants, and of course I picked up some soil. And I'm picking up the soil and taking it back out of the trunk, and it's a common place where people get hurt. So I've got the soil ready to come out. I've got a couple of choices on ways I'm going to transport it. And so in a moment I'm going to show you that. But the first thing to think about is what you're wearing. Because if you're wearing something that you don't want to get dirty, you're not going to get up close and personal with that bag of dirt. So give me a minute. I'm going to go get changed first, and I'll join you back in a moment and show you how to lift this. All right, so I'm back and I'm changed and I'm ready to get up close and personal to that dirt. And I've got right now a couple of transportation items here. So I actually have 4 ways of transporting here. 1, I have a cart. 2, I have more of a flat cart. This flat cart also goes into one of those more tipping delivery carts. And of course, the last one is me, myself, carrying the dirt. A lot of my clients do that carrying and recognize that it's one thing to lift, it's something else to lift and carry, and the longer you carry it, the more strain there is. So I would recommend that if you're gonna have to move it for a while, that really you think about what you can move it with. Also thinking about whether or not you have to do stairs. So if you have to take it down some steps, which ones of these might work the best for you? Give that some consideration before you do the loading. Now, when it's time to take it out of the trunk, of course, at least 1 or 2 bags is going to have made it to the front of the trunk where it's furthest away from you. And maybe it goes without saying, you want to take the ones closest to the edge of the trunk out first to make some room for that. So the first one I want to move is this one here. And I'm going to choose my bigger cart because I like the height of my cart, and so when I'm taking it out it's a little easier because of the height. I'm going to get ready to move the first bag, and I've chosen my cart to move it in, and I've got it fairly close to the cart, again to lift and to move it, but not to twist. All right, so I'm going to bring this bag close to me, lift it, and then put it into the cart. So here's the best way to do that. So getting down, bending your leg. Now, recognize I have a station wagon. It's a little bit different if you've got a trunk. The station wagon actually makes it easier. But if you can, get down, pull it towards you. Then, as I said, hug it. Walk your feet. Do not twist with the bag. Walk your feet, straddle over it, and then bend your legs to put it down into the cart. That's the best way to do this without getting hurt. Hi, in this segment, I'm going to show you how to get the soil out when it has moved to the back of your trunk, and also how to put it on a lower cart. So when the soil has moved its way right up to the back of your trunk, what you want to think about is how to protect yourself, how to protect your back. So the ways to protect your back are to have one foot up on the bumper, or in this case, more in the car. Also to exhale so that you're using your breath, and to engage your core as you're lifting. I'm also not going to lift this bag until it is closer to me. And then I'm going to pull it out of the car when I'm more stable and make sure that I'm not twisting. So here's how that goes. So I'm in here. If this is just a regular car, I would put my foot on the bumper. In this case, I'm going to try and get even closer into the car. And then I am going to lean forward, and then I'm going to exhale as I pull this towards me. So I'm going to grab this, and I am going to pull the soil towards me. And now I'm going to get stable on 2 legs. Before, once again, I bend my legs, bring it up, and then I'm not going to twist to the cart. I am going to move my feet around to this cart. I'm going to think about where I want it to end up, especially if I'm going to tip this cart, so I want it at the end. And I am going to straddle the wheels as I bend and put it back down. And that's the safest way to get the soil out and to your garden. Now, the last one is maybe you don't own a cart. If you don't think about investing in one, they really are a great investment. But sometimes a cart just won't work, especially in the city with sometimes how you have to get the soil in. So in that case, you might have to hug your soil. So once again, really important what you're wearing, because you're not going to hug your soil if you're wearing something that you're worried about getting dirty. So we are going to take out this bag again, putting my foot in the trunk. I'm going to bend forward, grabbing it. I'm going to exhale, bring it back, and then I am going to think about the fact that I'd rather hug it when it's vertical. So I'm going to bend and turn it. And now I am going to bring it in and hug it in nice and tight. And then I'm going to walk this bag of soil to where I'm going. And that's your easiest way to move soil without hurting your back.